I just did.
So, right. So I'm sure there are
By
many
the way,
more.
my
It doesn't,
grandma is older than Trump and wouldn't ramble like that.
not the one with dementia.
Nope. She's dead.
Gotcha.
I already told you she's dead. Why would you think that I'm referencing my grandma that's dead? That makes no sense.
I don't know if it was past or current, but yeah, 80-year-olds ramble. I mean, that's still no excuse for not choosing the correct ideology for the country. And the main difference between him and Biden is that Biden couldn't even put, sentences together without a teleprompter
Yeah, you could.
to remind him what he was saying.
He could put sentences together. He did.
He addressed people wrong. I mean, like there's I could go on and on and on, and it was far more severe than any case you could make against Trump in that aspect.
It's not
Terrible.
indicative to like demonstrated dementia, right? Do you think he doesn't have dementia?
Trump,
Biden.
I'm not a medical professional in order to diagnose that.
So would you say it's irrational to make a claim that he has dementia without any reason or any medical professionals indicating that to be true?
I mean, do people know the general idea of dementia, and they could make a, assumption based on what they assume to be some of the symptomatic, signs of dementia? I mean, uninformed, yes. Egregious, no. That's what my point was. Is that I don't think she was trying to insult him, and though she may have used the wrong medical terminology, and it may have offended you,
Wait, no, like
you were
she
being,
was explicitly trying to do that. We clarified multiple times.
that she was being offensive on purpose,
Yes.
or she was just trying to discredit him. Which one was it?
Wait, but that is her being offensive on purpose, is just trying to discredit him by saying he has dementia when there's no basis of him having dementia.
Someone trying to be offensive and then discredit someone are two different things.
I'm saying that that is an example of her being like her doing that. That's where both are true.
I don't think both are true.
What makes you
I
think
think
that?
one is true. I don't think she was being malicious.
Okay. Then what was she doing then?
I think she was trying to make her point that his cognitive decline should have come into question to do his job, which it absolutely should have. Which I think that the
Wait, no,
majority of
she
the
didn't say
country would
cognitive
agree at this point.
decline. She said specifically dementia. I clarified. I
Right.
can acknowledge that there's cognitive decline, but there's no basis for saying dementia. And then she kept doubling down on it, tripling down, quadrupling down on it. You
Listen,
want me
I'm
to play
not
back the
defending
audio?
her. I'm not defending her using the term dementia because she may have been
So
uninformed,
then that was
right?
irrational, and it was a totally rational response for me to respond to that and be like, that's fucked up and bad and harmful, especially because that harms people that I know in my life that have been impacted by this.
You could have dismissed it just as easily and been like, "Are you sure you're using the right medical terminology?" She would have been like, "I don't know."
Wait, that's exactly what I did. If you watched, that's exactly what I did. I didn't first start off just like yelling or anything. Like that's ridiculous.
She did claim that she knew dementia. She also said, when you question what she did for a living, that she was in the healthcare space. So
She wasn't
I
in the
don't
healthcare
know.
space.
She wouldn't say.
No, she was lying.
I don't know. That's hard to tell.
No, it's not.
She did accuse you of having minions that dox people, though. She didn't understand the
Yeah,
terminology for
minions that
dox.
hack people.
Yes, that's what she said is hack people. Yeah.
Yeah. So she wasn't trying to be insulting at all, even though she was saying that I'm horrible because I have minions that hack people. Like, dude, this is crazy. Why did you decide to come on my live stream and defend this? This is unhinged.
You wanted to know why I supported Trump.
Yeah, and you said because I get called out. Why? Because I had a reasonable response in the
It's
circumstance in which
because
my.
of people like you and your ideology, and I feel like you're disingenuous.
Then what about my? Then how am I disingenuous? Because the example you
That was
provided was
one.
not me being
Like I
disingenuous.
said, you want me to put it blank, point blank for you?
Explain to me
I
how
think
I was being disingenuous by doing that. How do you know that that wasn't my
I
intention?
I think
Wait,
you
wait, 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 wait,
overreacted.
wait, wait. Are you saying that you can assume people's intentions?
If they're blatant,
Like what her intention was in terms of insulting me?
insulting you or Joe Biden.
Or insult, not me, insulting specifically Joe Biden and my grandmother.
I don't think she was insulting your grandmother whatsoever.
I
I
think she
definitely
was.
think she was trying to insult you.
I think when you say that people have dementia without reason, you are insulting people with dementia. I think you are.
It may be offensive. I don't think that
Because she
was
was
her
trying
intent.
to use it as an offensive insult. If you're using dementia as an offensive insult, that is harmful to people who have dementia. And especially family members, right, of those specifically who have family members who have dementia, right? That is incredibly harmful. And that's why I want to acknowledge this. I'm not going to do the whole thing where I could say, oh, Trump could also have dementia, right? I don't like that argument because I don't like running this argument at all because it's harmful. But I could do the same thing. The very basis that people say for Biden having dementia could be applicable to Trump.
Not
That's how
even
absurd it
close.
is. Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Not even close. Not even close to
Okay.
comparable.
Really? Really? Okay. You think it's not comparable? I just played you multiple clips. That was totally comparable.
Dude, pull a clip for fairness then of Biden at his worst. At one of the many dozens of instances. Like
Yeah,
if you're
well,
going to
we
play
can we
devil's
can play the
advocate
clip
here,
of him saying that we beat Medicaid, right? Or beat Medicare, right? I can give you examples of him specifically misremembering things, right? Or missaying things. That's not
like
at all saying that Donald Trump doesn't have comparable cognitive decline. Because again, what Donald Trump said was actually insane. You're giving an example of Joe Biden mistakenly saying something, whereas we're saying Donald Trump actually thought that windmills were causing whales to die in numbers never seen before. Actually thinks that the climate is going to start cooling and that science just doesn't know it yet. Actually thinks that the analogy he brought up in terms of the electrocution and the sharks, the battery in the shark, was reasonable to bring up. None of that was reasonable. Joe Biden after would be able to acknowledge and be like, yeah, what I said there didn't make sense. I mistakenly said that. But Donald Trump
like one
actually
or two
believed
times
that insane lunacy.
out of dozens of times. You're that's again, that's not comparable too. You're attacking someone's belief about subject matter versus their inability to remember and connect the dots between two things or
Okay,
multiple
well,
things.
Joe Biden has a stutter. He genuinely has a stutter. As you age, it becomes harder to deal with your stutter. Whereas Donald Trump was believing in insane shit. Yeah, it's not comparable. Trump is worse. Literally, because Trump actually believed the crazy shit he was saying.
He might.
No, he
He
did. He
might.
did actually believe the crazy shit he was saying. Biden mistakenly said it, right? Or it was harder for him to deal with his stutter because he's older. That's not at all comparable to Donald Trump's true cognitive decline. What's up? You were saying?
Oh no, go ahead. We get some tea or something
Water.
with a spoon. Gotcha. I heard the steal. Wouldn't have guessed that though. Saving the planet. Anyway, I'm actually just impressed that you brought me up on your live with 4.7 thousand people in it. I got to give it to you. You really draw an audience, though you gaslight the hell out of people.
I have named one time I gaslit people.
Dude, all the time. It's just
Give me
part of
one
your
example.
personality. One example? God, man, just what you advocate for.
You can't give me an example?
You try to sell again the whole like the Biden thing. Like, why did nobody look into that while he was in office? I know you advocated for
I did.
not to run, but what you advocated that saying, hey, you know what, something's wrong here. We need to investigate this, and he should potentially step down as president
Yep.
while he was holding office.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, so I like how
It was
the
that far
example
back.
you tried to bring up of me gaslighting was actually an example of something that I actually said myself, and I wasn't gaslighting. So give me one example of me gaslighting, because it seems like you're just saying that because either one, you're jealous of the circumstance I'm in to be able to influence so many people in a positive light, or two, it's because you have no arguments and this is all you can point to.
No, it was just what was topic of conversation. I mean, like if I was had more time to go back and review some of your content,
No, you
I'm
just
sure I
said
could
that.
find
Then why are
examples.
you saying it on the stream? That I'm gaslighting people without any reason to say that I'm gaslighting people. Or saying that I'm
Because
disingenuous without any reason to say that I'm disingenuous.
I was going to say before, like, you were being disingenuous with that reaction.
I wasn't.
You
That
know,
was, if anything, I was underdoing my reaction.
you know when people like stand on dead people to make a point and pull heartstrings to draw compassion and empathy for their point.
Me drawing compassion and empathy to say that you shouldn't say that people have dementia when they don't have dementia is not irrational. It's not wrong for me to do. And it's also not disingenuous. How is this disingenuous? To get people to be compassionate? Like, that's not disingenuous. Do you know? Can you tell me what it means to be disingenuous?
Yeah, it's when you're conflicting your stance.
No. So when you're saying disingenuous, you mean that I'm dishonestly holding a particular position in order to try to make you look bad or try to make someone look bad or something like that. I wasn't dishonestly holding any position. You're essentially
Correct.
saying that I'm a grifter, okay? Like, there's no
Okay.
basis for this. Like, literally at all. There's a way better basis for saying that Donald Trump's a grifter and that Donald Trump's dishonest. Like, for example, with his Christian beliefs, where he said that he never asked God for forgiveness, but then utilizes Christianity to get votes of people.
I think that is probably just something that that side caters to, honestly.
So yeah, so he's just a grifter. He's dishonest. So then we should call out people who are dishonest. So you should call out the person you voted for.
So Kamala having an accent when she was talking in one of the
That's
southern
not
states was
dishonest.
not grifting. That's not
Codes.
grifting.
Do you know what code switching
No
is?
codes. Oh, so we'll just call it something different, right?
No, it's just
And
you
then it
don't know
makes it
what
okay.
code. If you don't know what code switching is, that's totally fine. You could just
No,
say you don't
I'm
know what it
aware.
is. Then what
I'm
is code
aware of
switching?
what it is.
What is code switching?
Well, I'm in sales, so it's when you align more with the audience that you're talking to, right? But it's and obviously it's a proven tactic to work. But is it honest?
Code
I have a
switching has
question.
nothing to do with.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Santana.
No, no, you got to Parker. Sorry.
No, you go for it.
I was just gonna say code switching for black people has nothing to do with sales. Like if you say that you code quote unquote code switch, first of all, that's not code switching. As a white man, you can't code switch. You can mask, right? There's a difference, but code switching for black people specifically derived as a survival tactic in order to be able to move through a racist, discriminatory world and be accepted and not looked at as lesser than. So there's a huge difference between code switching and masking.
Yeah, and the way that you're using the term and the way that you were using code switching is also applicable to like when we talk to like babies, right? You change your voice when you talk to babies, or like when you speak a different language, right? You use a different accent when speaking the language. Like when you speak Spanish, do you say it in like the most American accent you could possibly find? No.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that.
What?
Disagree
Okay.
on what
On
Spanish?
what point?
On what point you don't
Yeah.
think that she was pandering to the audience?
Wait, no. Answer my question. Do you specifically, when you speak a different language, do you change the way that you speak at all?
You can.
Okay, so based upon your way of using code switching, right? You're saying that you code switch and it's totally okay.
It actually depends if you're trying to sell something or not, in my opinion.
Well, Kamala
Again,
Harris wasn't
sales
selling
is
anything.
not code switching. And again,
He wasn't
as a
speaking a
white
different
man,
language, so I don't
hey,
even think that's
Captain, as a
comparable.
white man, you can't code switch. You don't know what code switching is. Like literally, that's masking. You're trying to portray yourself as more acceptable in some certain way, but that's different because you don't have to code switch because as a white man in America, you will never have to actually fit in into any room. You're just accepted into the rooms that you walk into.
So
There's
you're
a
telling me
difference.
that there's no difference between code switching and masking except for
No,
the
I'm
color of your
telling you there
skin?
is a difference between code
Yeah, the
switching and
difference is the
masking.
color of your skin.
Correct. Absolutely.
Is that
And
not
to
inherently
be more
racist?
specific, your race. Your race. Hey, did you hear what I said? What the reason was for code switching?
I
Did you
find it
take
weird
that
that
in
you're
at
using
all?
two different terminologies
Sure,
and
but
that they're
did you
only
take in the
dictated by
reason why I
merit.
said you code switch?
Yeah, I heard. Is that applicable in society now?
Yes,
How?
because racism still exists.
Racism does exist. Yes, it does.
and someone who code switches on a daily basis, someone who is a beneficiary of colorism, someone who quite literally is often in certain rooms where and I've been this way for pretty much all my life, been afforded to be in a room where I'm the only black representation in the room. I definitely, one, know what code switching is, and two, understand how it's beneficial, because having certain conversations and other people thinking that you're less than or thinking you're stupid just because you sound different, that's what this is. That's why we face this. That's the reason.
I'd like to know what other people's reactions are to that, honestly.
Sure. Go ask a black person. Try that one. Go talk to your friendly neighborhood black person.
I have a few of them.
Sure. Go talk to them about it. See if they'll give you game.
I am genuinely going to ask them because I really want to know. I really want to know.
You know, be careful how you ask.
Yeah, so can we get to the point where Donald Trump's actually dishonest and you trying to come up on my stream saying that you have a culture where you're able to call out people who are dishonest, saying that I'm dishonest is crazy when you're not calling out Donald Trump?
Dude, all politicians are dishonest to some degree. But to my main point, it's what ideology for the country would you rather have?
So then, what ideology are you referencing? Because you just said that calling out people who are dishonest, but apparently you don't care to call out people who are dishonest then.
No, it's true. It's true. But
Parker's a grifter, but I can't tell you why he's a grifter. He just is. He's just a grifter.
dude, if I had a computer in front of me in order to
Haley.
pull up audio like you do, have a soundboard in front of you, I don't
have a soundboard. Haley, thank you for the $5. Joy with the $2. Thank you. Love you with the $2. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Sammy with the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Brad with the $5. Again, thank you. I really appreciate it. Good to W's for them in the comment section. Timothy with $100 on PayPal. Thank you so much. Give some W's for Timothy in the comment section right now for keeping the good work, Parker. Thank you so much, Timothy. I really appreciate it. Anna, thank you for the $15. Thank you so much. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that. Can we get some W's for Anna in the comment section right now? My condolences to you. Absolutely. Lori, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10 as well. Thank you. Go ahead.
So,
hey, real quick, I'm sorry, we're gonna move back and go back to what Parker said, but I just have to call this out. W's in the chat for Darius, who sent a $5 donation, and I'm not even gonna read what he said. I'm just gonna, hey, Captain, have you ever told someone that has anyone ever told you sound black?
no.
Okay.
Why?
Because that's not a thing. Literally, I've had people tell me before, you sound white, right? Speaking directly to the dialect that I use, again, while I'm code switching, because it's a thing, right? And so the reason why I bring that up, and again, Darius, thank you for the $5, but like he brings that up, and that's a great point. It's a way for black people to blend in where white people never, ever, ever, ever have to worry about that. But anyway, back to the point. You were saying that Parker's disingenuous, but you've shown yourself to be super disingenuous because you can't actually bring anything to the table that he does, and even his appeal to emotion. And I would say it's brave for him to, put himself on Front Street and share his experience with his grandmother, because, there's 4.8 thousand people hanging out here right now. And there's bad faith actors like yourself who try to weaponize him actually sharing any personal experiences. So for you to call that disingenuous, well, first and foremost, you're wrong. But secondly, that's just disingenuous. You came up here because you thought you had something on Parker, and he's dog walked you this entire time.
There's the gaslighting.
And now you're just
right
sputtering. You're just sputtering.
There was no gaslighting. He just said the facts. And also, Levy, thank you for the $2. And by the way, anyone in the comment section that is saying like black people need to get a grip and that they're quote unquote too used to being ghetto need to shut the fuck up and get banned. Anyone is saying that in the comment section is fucking gross. It's actually fucking gross. Anyone saying that needs to get fucking banned. That's disgusting.
That's wild.
That's fucking wild. Yeah, and go for it, Captain America.
And Parker, to be specific, this is the type of culture that Donald Trump has bred. Right? Like people are comfortable with saying and doing these things because of Donald Trump.
Exactly. And that's the culture that he was saying was so much better because we get to call out disingenuous actors when you don't call out Donald Trump, who's a disingenuous actor.
So there was no problem with immigration as well. There was no problem.
What type
with
of
the
pivot?
economy.
What?
There was no problem. I mean, like, you wanted ideology.
pivot that, man.
All
Okay,
talking
let's talk about it. Let's
points,
talk
like,
about it then. Like, what about immigration? Can you name one way in which immigration is harmful to our society?
I don't know. Look at the UK right now.
What about the UK?
What about the UK?
Yeah,
I don't know. All of their elected officials are not from that country.
that's not true. Can you give me a single source indicating that? And also, why would that be wrong?
Just go look up all of the elections.
Also,
that
can you
happened this
name
time.
one elected official in the UK?
No.
Exactly.
Do you want me to
That's
look
so
it up?
hilarious, dude. You
I
just
can
said,
pull it up
can you
on
look at the
Google.
UK? And actually, in the UK, 16.8% of representatives, right, are foreign born.
16.8% of all elected officials. How about mayors?
That's elected officials, you idiot.
You would be including all elected officials. How about just the mayors? What percentage of just mayors?
I would have to go find that information.
Right.
Would you like to indicate any evidence that, they're like everyone in the everyone? Like, come on.
Have
Bro.
you not watched the news?
I have watched the news. Apparently, you haven't.
Riots, killings, everything going on over
Yeah,
there.
like by people that were pardoned by Donald Trump.
The number one name is Muhammad in the UK now?
That's the most common name in the world, bud.
Yeah, literally.
Is it? Yeah, okay, and then divide that across countries that are not typically Muslim.
What does that have to
Wait,
do
I'm
with
sorry.
the
What does that have to
Muslims?
do? What's wrong with the most common name being Muhammad?
It's just not typical. It's an indicator to show the different.
What do you mean not typical?
society.
Apparently, wait, if it is the most common name, then it is typical, you idiot.
Don't.
What are you
don't-
saying?
Again,
What are you
being
saying?
Disingenuous. Now
You're
being
disingenuous. You're saying it's not typical, but it's the most common name?
the
What the
most
fuck are you
common
talking
name.
about? What type of insane bullshit is that?
Is it the most common name in Saudi Arabia or is it the most common name in the UK? Was
The
it
most common. You
name?
just said it was the most
but-
common name in the UK. That's what you just said.
Now it is, and what's the reason?
Wait, oh, but you just said that it was bad because it's not typical, but then you just acknowledged that it was the most common name. So no names are typical in the UK?
You are again being disingenuous.
No, I'm not.
You're playing stupid. Like you know exactly where I'm driving to, and
And
you are just
specifically, it's just boy's name, by the
winding
way.
around.
It's just boy's name, by the way. Just clarifying.
Right.
And it's barely more than Noah. Like, come on.
But why is it even?
Because there's a lot of people named Mohammed. Like, what's the issue? Dude,
Who-
only
what-
16.8% of the UK is
What-
foreign born.
What culture?
Only
normally
16.8% of the
names
UK is foreign
Muhammad?
born, and he has such an issue with that.
You want to play with like the demographics? Like, does the black culture in America name their kid Muhammad? Does the white culture in America name their kid Muhammad? Does
It would be
the Indian
Muslims
culture?
typically name their
Right.
kids
So that
Muhammad.
means you have to have a.
And-
Wait,
and
I'm sorry.
also
Do you have an
black-
issue with
black
Muslims entering the
people-
country?
And I was just about to say black people and white people can be Muslims, to Parker's point.
True.
What country's origin? What color are they? That they're typically Muslim? Are they white countries?
What?
Are they Western countries?
Wait,
Are
dude,
Western countries?
Wait,
typically
why does it
Muslim?
matter what their race is? What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's just a demographic, friend. Like I wasn't making.
Why
an
does that
assertion.
matter to you, though?
But it's
What-
a
I'm
religion.
proving
You're
a
trying to
point.
drive to like a country of origin, but the thing is that people practice that religion all around the world. All around the world. And yeah, someone just tagged me with a great comment. I mean, Muhammad Ali. I mean, like that's the
He
easiest
changed his
layup.
name. His actual name was Cassius Clay,
He did.
right?
He chose to be Muhammad Ali in America as a black man. Yes, Muhammad Ali. He chose Muhammad as a black man in America.
He
So
converted his religion.
yeah, because of his religion. Exactly, bud.
You just proved our point.
Did I?
Yeah.
You literally
Proved the
did.
point?
Well, I'm sorry. I have a question. What's wrong with people who are Muslim coming to the country?
There's the ideological point. The U.S. is not a Muslim country.
No one said it is. And even if Muslims come to the country, it doesn't
UK
make them a Muslim
Was
country.
not a Muslim country.
It's not a Muslim country currently, right? There are Muslims that live in the
That's what
country, but to
apparently
say
it
that
is
they're
now.
wait, it's also not a Christian country. Okay? It is a secular country. Okay?
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Oh, is it?
Yes.
It's secular.
Yes.
It's always been secular.
Yes.
Wait, just saying it hasn't always been secular doesn't change anything. And also the US is a secular
but
country.
The U.S. has always been secular. It was literally founded on being secular.
Separation of church and state.
They literally fled England because of religious persecution, and they wove it into the Constitution. To Parker's point,
I mean, tell me.
I have a question. Would you be
why-
okay with white Muslims coming to our country?
I don't have a problem with any Muslims. Doesn't matter what color they are.
Then why were you saying it was an issue that the UK's #1 ranked name for boys was Muhammad?
It has to do with cultural homogeny.
Wait, I'm sorry. Do you want cultural homogeny?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what is cultural homogeny?
It's when members of a culture in a society agree on the same core values, and Islam is
So like for example, like what are
Christianity.
actually let's ask him this question. What are America's
Judaism,
core values?
whatever. America's core values.
Yeah.
America.
American culture has typically been a nation of Christians. It was founded by
That's not
what,
true.
Protestants? Yes.
No,
That's not true
one of
either.
America's core values is being secular. Try again.
Yep.
It really wasn't.
Again, even some of the founding fathers were atheists. So
Show me a documentation that says America was founded as a secular nation.
Yeah, it's in the
Historically.
Constitution. It's in the Constitution.
just
Separation
covered
of
that.
church and state. Actually, most of
That
the founding
doesn't-
fathers were deists.
yeah, Parker, I don't think he's listening.
He's not.
I don't think
We,
that defends
we
your
literally
point.
just said that.
I don't think that defends your point whatsoever.
It does.
What?
Can you name
Separation of church and state does
now?
not mean
Name
it's a
some of the
secular-
core American values. I'm waiting.
core American values.
Mm-hmm.
Just values that align with the founding members of society,
Such as?
such as Western ideology.
Such as?
No.
Such as go look up all the differences between Western.
Wait, I'm
and
asking
Eastern
you. What is it?
ideology.
Wait. You. What is it? Name these values.
How women are treated, what you do in a
Sexism. Got it.
Yeah. You want to talk
Classism.
about sexism in Islam? Okay.
Wait. America was founded on racism, sexism, and classism, and it was woven into the Constitution, and it still lives today. That's American values.
Okay.
Those
What's
are the
Sharia?
core-
What's Sharia law?
Wait, no one's disputing that we disagree with Islam. We disagree with Christianity and Islam, especially Christians that want to utilize Christianity in the context of our government to force us to act in accordance with Christianity. And we disagree with Christians doing it. We disagree with Muslims doing it. We disagree with any religion doing it because we believe in secularism. We believe in
Listen,
a secular
you're also-
society.
Your
So again,
whole-
wait. Let me
you're attacking
do
me.
this for you
You
because
are-
apparently you don't know core American values in the United States. So I'll tell you, the rule of law, our Constitution, our democracy, right? Those are 3 core American values. Donald Trump literally destroys every single one of those. He destroys the rule of law, he destroys our Constitution, and he destroys right the democratic processes. We could also reference our court system, right? Due process rights. We can reference plenty of things.
You're
Now, do you
deviating
want to
from the
talk
point.
about any of those? Because all of those Donald Trump undermines.
You're deviating from the point, and the only thing you can
No,
do
I'm
is
not. This is
attack
the
Donald
exact
Trump.
point. You said core American values. These are core American values, and Donald Trump is undermining every single one of them.
Yeah, I think that you deviated from the point hard on that one. You took like a hard right.
That's
hard
not
left in your case.
that's literally directly addressing the point. That's because you just don't want to address what I said. You're trying to
No,
act
it's
like
not.
I was pivoting or something when I directly addressed the point.
But how did Donald Trump enter the equation?
Do you
lot
understand
is
we're
about
having a
Trump.
comparison? Why do you support Trump? Of which candidate you support? You said that Donald Trump's ideology is more in line with core American values. How does Donald Trump come into that conversation? Maybe because you said his ideology was better and it was more in relation to core American values. You're a fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. This conversation, do you even remember what was happening?
Do you again know what like neighbors that agree with and don't agree with, like how they treat each other and what that does to a country? That was
Yeah,
my
so
point.
are you saying in America we treat each other with compassion and dignity?
I think that if you go look up the statistic that Miami has the most cultural diversity and it is also has the least participation rate in volunteerism is indication.
Wait, correlation causation fallacy. You're just saying because two associated variables are correlated, that means that one caused the other?
No,
And also,
it's
where
actually
did you say that Miami has the highest
sociologically
level of
proven.
diversity?
Go look it up.
Okay.
Actually, cite your source.
Yeah.
Go look it up.
Where? Look it up. Where? Give a direct source. Instead
Go
of
pick
us,
another city that it's
like
Miami.
us
I'm pretty
running
sure.
and chasing some like random. Always so random.
It's New Jersey. Jersey
That
City
makes
in New
sense.
Jersey.
Or
Where'd you
maybe
get
from
that?
a couple
Actually
years ago.
makes
Maybe it was from a couple years ago.
That's why I said what source. You want us run in circle to find something.
Yeah, here's another source. It says Houston, Texas, number 1, number 2, Jersey City, number 3, New York City, number 4, Dallas, number 5, Los Angeles, number 6, Gaithersburg, Maryland, Silver Spring, Maryland, Arlington, Texas, Long Beach, California, and Chicago, Illinois. None of those are Florida, are Miami, Florida.
It must have been a couple of years ago I was looking at it then.
I'll go back a few years. I don't see that at all.
You must have just pulled it out your bum.
Yep.
It still doesn't change.
It does.
If
It
that is
literally
not-
does. It literally does.
No, it
You
doesn't.
cited a fake source.
Okay, well,
Did
okay.
you think we weren't going to fact check that? Did you think we were just going to take it? He thought we were just going to trust him, bro.
He did.
Holy
Maybe.
smokes.
I don't know. So I cited the wrong city. It still doesn't take away from the fact that cultural diversity and volunteerism and the way that societies get together.
Oh, can you
and
give
get
me
along
any evidence
is not
that
100%.
diversity leads to less volunteering?
Use your brain.
Trust me, bro. Trust me, please. Please, just trust me.
If you don't
Trust
have
me,
the same values as
please,
your neighbor, you're going to get
please.
along with them as well.
Dude, I have way more values in common with immigrants immigrating to the country than MAGA. Not even fucking close.
You should leave.
I don't even know.
No,
my
you should
neighbors.
leave.
Why are they coming here to begin with?
You should leave. You should leave. MAGA should get the fuck out of the country. We don't want you here.
Yep.
We don't want MAGA in this country. You guys undermine our core American values, the rule of law, our democratic values, our court system, our constitution. Right? You're racist,
Apparently there's
bigoted
more of
pieces of
us than you,
shit.
though.
Right? Fuck, get the
Oh,
fuck out of the
see, yeah,
country.
the hate
MAGA
comes
needs to
out.
get the fuck out of the country. Get the fuck out. I'm serious. I'm sick of this bullshit. You are making this country a worse place, and you sit here and you blame it on immigrants? You said that this country has less volunteering because of immigrants? No, it's because of MAGA. You guys are simultaneously advocating for 420,000 children to be cut off of free school lunch and breakfast, right, per
The
month.
hate will make you stronger.
2.5
Parker.
million people off of food stamps per month and over 10 million people off their health insurance. And you're saying that for some reason, MAGA individuals are going to be more likely to volunteer than immigrants? You're fucking insane. You are literally the ones advocating for less compassion for your other Americans. You are literally the ones advocating to undermine our core American values, not immigrants. Immigrants are way more patriotic than MAGA by far. Not even
And
fucking
the
close.
gaslighting.
No, that's not gaslighting. That's factual. I give
That's
you an
the
argument.
hate pour
Give me a
out,
response.
Parker.
Wait, no, give me.
Those
give
are the
me,
true colors. I
no,
was
no,
waiting
gi-
for you to do that.
Wait, no,
Thank
give
you
me an
so
actual
much.
intellectual response
Have a
instead of just saying I'm
great night.
gaslighting. Give me an intellectual response. Did he leave?
He ran.
He fucking ran away. Instead of giving
fucking
me an
ran.
intellectual response to it, he just fucking runs away. Wow.
He was waiting for you to do that so he could run. Oh my!
What a fucking
God.
scaredy cat. What a runner. I'm serious though. I'm serious though. If he wants immigrants to get out of the country because he thinks that immigrants are making the country, right, like worse off in terms of volunteering and less in terms of our like core American values, well then he needs to get the fuck out of the country because he literally is supporting a guy who literally incited a violent insurrection to the Capitol, who called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution, who said that he doesn't have to uphold due process rights in this country, who specifically literally passed an executive order recently that puts people in prison for a year for burning the American flag, which is a violation of the First Amendment according to the Supreme Court. Undermines our court system by undermining the 34 convicted felonies that he specifically has, the felonies he was convicted of, him being held civilly liable of sexual abuse, the 60 plus courts that indicated no sufficient evidence to overturn the election in 2020, him undermining the 2020 election results, getting over 70% of the Republican Party to believe the election was stolen with no fucking evidence. That is antithetical to the core values of this country. And if you can't see that, well then you're a fucking idiot. Seriously, get the fuck out of the country. MAGA needs to get out. MAGA needs to get out. Based upon that same
Also,
argument.
he made being homeless a crime. So
Literally. Literally. It's insane. Corin, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Thank you for not being a grifter. Thank you so much. Katrina, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Leslie, thank you for the $5. Thank you. And apparently, one of the founding fathers said that we are not a Christian nation.
yes,
Yeah,
They
literally said, quote unquote, we are not a Christian nation.
literally.
Livy, thank you for the
I don't know.
$10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. They said, I'm Ethiopian, Dominican, disabled, and volunteered 300 plus hours just in high school. Ray, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Use some W's for Stray in the comment section right now, as well as the $50. Thank you so much for working hard, even though you're not feeling well. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, Stray. Give me some W's for Stray in the comment section right now. Thank you. And you get some people to think, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Milwaukee Atheist over on YouTube sent a 5, and who called out exactly what you said. Go look up the Treaty of Tripoli. Like, that's where it was. I think it's pronounced Valuri. I'm sorry, I know I'm messing up your name, but thank you for the 258. I'll send you a direct message to reply what you're saying, but absolutely. Corey, thank you for the 5. The bitch don't know about Pangea. Rachel, thank you for the 1. Yeah, they never talk about Christian nationalists. And thank you for the 10. And you sent it twice. Exactly. They have no idea about Muslims and anything along those lines, or the Great Replacement Theory. Thank you, Ann, for the 10. Carla, thank you for the 10. Said kicking ass and taking names. And also Dale, thank you for the 5. Yes, it was he pulled it from his bum.
Matt, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That was from the last. Local warming, but overall cooling effect on the climate per unit. That's actually amazing information to hear. Thank you so much, Matt. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Jay with the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Feisty with the $10. Thank you. Owen with the $5. Thank you. Water, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate all the kind words. Thank you. Chris with the $2. Thank you. Erica with the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Serendipity, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Good to W's for them in the comment section right now. Laura, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. And Shay, thank you for the $2. Thank you. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. People are saying spicy Parker because I'm sick.
You know what? Every time I worry about you, you turn it up to another level. Like I came in and I'm like, is he okay? And you're like in here cooking.
I do feel better today than I felt yesterday. I do feel like tired, and honestly, like, you know, like I even though I'm tired, I'm like, I just feel so much of a push to do it that I can't even hold back. But yeah, I still do feel sick.
When I saw you were on.
Yeah, honestly. You know, yeah, today has not been the greatest. I definitely, like, you know, especially like before I even got online, like I literally was like barely able to get out of bed, to be totally honest. So genuinely, like, being on live, you know, to some degree does help me, right? Especially when I can speak. Yesterday was really hard because it was my throat. Like, I just literally can't speak when my throat feels like that, but my throat feels a bit better today. So it still kind of hurts, but you know, it's I'm able to like actually speak and like engage where it doesn't like hurt so bad where it's like I'm like, you know, every 2 seconds. Like yesterday was so painful. Today's mainly like
I saw you with the ice and the tea and like the different things. So
W Marge in the comment section.
Exactly.
W Marge.
Gotta listen to the ladies.
Absolutely. Yo, what's up? How are you?
Thank you for the 10 on YouTube.
Let's go on the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Valkyrie, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Thank you, Valkyrie. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Valkyrie. I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's go on to the next person.
Hello?
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
31.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
You said what? Yeah? Why do you support Donald Trump?
Yes. I support him because of the people that he brought in his cabinet. Like, for example, like Stephen Miller and Pete Hegseth.
Wow. Holy shit.
Stephen Miller is literally like a white nationalist.
I've never heard that one. Are you
either.
a Schnazi? Dixon, are you a white nationalist?
No. So, and that's the thing. No, I'm not. And that's the reason that you guys like steamroll every like Trump supporter, because a lot of Trump supporters, they can't articulate why is it that they voted for him. Because like, I mean, if you look at it policy wise, you know, like economics, he's an L, right? He cozies up to, you know, a certain lobby, these kind of things. All lobbies, actually.
Before you go
right?
too far, though, can you just explain why you said Stephen Miller, though? Because that's kind of wild. Because again, Stephen Miller is a self-admitted white nationalist. Why'd you say him? Also, there's been some conspiracy theory,
So
not conspiracy theories, but some reports that Pete Hegseth has connections with white nationalists as well due to the tattoos on his chest. And it's kind of weird that you named just those two.
yeah, but I just feel like that's kind of like a blanket term.
It's
Would
not.
you allow me to explain?
Sure.
Uh, okay. So, I mean, in a series of syllogisms, so here, John Stewart once said, he said that the black woman is the one that has most at stake at the vote. Do you agree with that? I agree with that.
What does that have to do with anything? Yes, the black women are the most marginalized group. Well, you can go deeper than that, but just on a base level, black women are
Exactly.
absolutely marginalized. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. You know, and the thing, so now the next point is, so you wouldn't hold it against her if she voted in order to um, decrease the chasm in privilege between her and, let's say, a white man,
That's not what black women vote for.
right?
That's not what
But
black women
if,
vote for.
let's say
Hey,
this
hey, Dixon, I don't know if you can't hear me
hypothetical
or
one,
what. Dixon, you're cutting out. I don't think you can hear me.
no, I can hear you fine.
Okay, that's not what black women vote for. Black
Okay,
women
how about
don't
now? Is this
vote
better?
to, sure. Black women don't
Is
vote
this
to
better?
decrease. Yes, black women don't vote to decrease the chasm between them and the top of the patriarchal system. Black women literally vote to uplift and push forward
Okay, so
progression in multiple ways because they understand that a lifting tide lifts all boats. And if you take care of the most marginalized among us, then everyone does better. So black women aren't looking to improve just their lot in life. They're looking to improve everyone's lot in life. So that doesn't apply.
okay, so you kind of just said pretty much the same thing in like a little bit more verbose way.
No, because you're
Like for
saying it
example,
in a selfish way, and I'm not. I'm saying that's not the intention of black women at
no,
all.
it's not selfish at all. Like for example, if their civil rights are being abused, right, and they vote for policies that elevate their civil rights to the equal of, let's say, a white man, right? That's not selfish, is it? Because then everybody gets that privilege. I completely agree with that. You and I are in a complete agreement. Now, as me as a white man, right? I am a selfish voter, and in order, when you look at Trump's policies, right? Not really his policies, but really like the people behind him. Privilege is a zero sum game. So if somebody else gets more privilege, then I lose privilege. I also want to fuck Parker in the ass.
Okay, you're just trolling.
Weirdo. No, no, he's a white nationalist. He's a weirdo white nationalist.
Why would you just randomly
Nah,
say
I'm
that?
actually
He
I'm
wants to be
actually like a
no.
Latino dude. I'm actually a Latino dude, and I fucking hate Trump. I'm
Yeah,
a lefty left.
that doesn't mean that you're not white just because you're Latino. Latino isn't a race, and you're weird.
That was really weird. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. That was so random. I feel like that's never happened to me before, like that late into a conversation. Like where
And
someone just
like
did that.
fully into a conversation as well.
I know, right? Like, what the fuck? Let's go on to the next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen. We are just looking for some debates. I'll probably be able to get like one or two more debates in for today, and then I'll probably get off for everyone off tonight. As always, if you do want to support me, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. And while Santana's on the live, make sure to support Santana as well.
And a lot of times people been saying, "No, Santana, are you going live after Parker?" Normally I would say no, but I think I got an hour or so in me, so I'm gonna go live after you get off.
Yes, I get to raid Santana. Let's go. We're raiding Santana today, everyone, on YouTube and on TikTok. So after this debate, we'll do one more debate, and then we'll send everyone over to Santana stream. That's great. That's amazing. Let's go. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
What's your birth year?
Um, February 2007.
Okay. Why do you support Trump?
Well, I support him because he's gonna get rid of all the DACA immigrants, and I think that it will be good for the
What does DACA
economy.
stand for?
Well, I know it means like you were brought into the country, like the parents were from like a foreign country and they gave birth in the United States. Is that what it is?
Or brought here when they were a kid, right? And it is the case that they were
Yeah,
given
yeah,
legal
yeah.
immigration status.
Well, I think that they're really harmful for the economy and like I can hear myself a little bit, so
How are they
like I'm
how
gonna
is it harmful to the economy?
well, I read an article that said that it could cost states like billions of dollars, like estimated I mean, four, $400 billion. Like, like the threats of DACA immigrants could cost each state like $460 billion.
You're lying. Get the fuck off my live.
No, 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 no.
Give me one
I
source for
can
that.
show you.
$450 billion per state?
Okay.
Do you even know how much
Yeah,
$450
yes,
billion
yes,
is?
yes. Let me show you the article,
Yeah,
okay?
go ahead. Tell me.
Can you? Okay, it is from www.americanprogress.org
What's the
slash
title?
article. It it's new threat DACA cost states billions dollars. It's a pretty old article, but you know it's still noteworthy to take a look at.
A new threat to DACA could cost the federal government $460 billion in lost GDP over the next decade. So it's a threat to DACA.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's saying
This guy
DACA
has to be
helps
a
the
troll.
economy and that a threat to DACA would harm the economy.
Has to be a troll.
Because
Well,
they literally, in the article you're referencing, it says estimated annual GDP loss from removing DACA workers. This idiot. You have got to be trolling. There's no way you just said that.
Parker, 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 you gotta read the whole thing
Yeah,
before
I
you
did.
assume. Okay, dude. What the fuck, man? I was trolling.
Okay.
Fucking knew it.
Let's go on the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Jacqueline, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, it literally was the crickets.
I love Parker and Santana.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. Amber with a $20 on PayPal. Thank you so much, Amber. And Cal, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person. This will be the last debate for today, everyone. If you're on YouTube, can you hit that thumbs up, everyone? I'd really appreciate if you hit that thumbs up. How many likes are we at currently on YouTube, everybody? How many likes are we currently at? And Zinda, thank you so much for the subscription on TikTok. Thank you, thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 33.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, sure.
If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
Honestly, I would vote for you and Santana. Fuck.
All right, let's go to the
Guys,
next person.
listen. Seriously, we got one more debate left. If you're a troll or if you're not a Trump supporter, get out of the box. We're really trying to get a debate. Please respect Parker's boundaries, especially tonight. You must be 18. You have to be a Trump supporter, and you have to be in the United States. Pretty simple. And if you come up here, guess what? I got mob powers, and I will block you. Parker won't because Parker's nice. I will block the shit out of you. I'm serious. I'm dead ass serious.
Saray, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much, Saray. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, yesterday in the morning, like when I first got on, I was straight blocking people. I think I blocked like 15 people, like at least yesterday. Yo, what's up, how old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen. If you're on YouTube, everyone, hit that thumbs up. You have to close out of the chat to hit that thumbs up. We have 1,500 likes. Let's try to get to 2,000 before we end it for today, everyone. I'd really, really, really appreciate that. I'd really, really, really appreciate that. Let's go on to the next person, everybody. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. And also in general, I'd recommend everyone to go check out my YouTube channel, everyone. I've been putting a lot of effort and stuff into that. So I would really appreciate if you go check it out. We do 3 posts every single day for normal videos, and then I also post a short.
God.
I know.
Holy shit, that's a lot. I don't think people understand how much that is.
Yeah, that is a lot. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Parker, you blocked my comments. I didn't understand why. You're currently in the comments. 1. 2 is really this. If that was true, that must have been a mod. And maybe it was on a different account or something. That must have been like an accident if you don't know the reason. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, what's up?
Hello? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen.
This is the 3rd time this guy's coming up. Jimmy's Pizza. Are you a Trump supporter? Hey, guess what? You may be or you may not be, but you're not requesting up again because now you're blocked.
Oops. Let's go to the next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What's good, bro? I'm 18.
What's your birth year?
I don't know.
Let's
go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go to the next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen.
There we go.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hold on. 32.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, I would say I support him as much as I am anti-left wokeism.
Ooh,
If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
Donald Trump.
For sure. What is woke? Can you define woke?
No, Parker. He said wokeism.
Yeah, what is wokeism? Yeah.
I would just say it's on a broad spectrum an indoctrination of idealism. Excuse me. I speak with I got a bad fucking speech because I got a big denture in, but
You're good, don't worry.
ideologies that are forced down the throat of others, and then if we don't follow to them, now we're fascists, we're bigots. When the plain definition of what they're doing is fascism. So I mean, in the plain scale of what the left is. Now there's
how are we
particular-
forcing stuff down the throats of others?
Okay, so I mean, the perfect ideal is the creator for Facebook. What's the dude who made Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg. So as all these things were going on, he had pressure from which he went on the Rogan podcast and kind of whistleblowed about it, about the Biden and Harris administration and how they were trying to tend to what was allowed to be posted as true and what was not allowed to be posted as true. There's certain things that are now considered hate speech that Jordan Peterson, warned us about.
Before we move on to the next thing, in terms of what you just brought up, there was no forcing mechanism on behalf of the government to force people to do anything. It was literally just the government saying, "Hey, could you please take off vaccine misinformation that kills people? Thank you."
Yes, that's typically where it starts, but then it starts into gender pronouns, controlling free speech.
Oh, got it. Wait,
Hey,
do you
real
have,
quick
do you have
before
pronouns?
you go too far.
Yeah, do you have pronouns?
Do I have pronouns?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm a
What are
he,
your pronouns?
a dude.
No, what are your pronouns?
He.
Okay, so you have pronouns. So then, are you forcing that on other people because they have to have pronouns?
No, I don't force anything on other people. I just don't force people to
So
lie.
so you wouldn't force people to have certain pronouns, right?
Anybody can call themselves what they want, but you can't control my speech legally through it.
No one's controlling your speech and saying
No,
certain
but there
pronouns.
was a push for it, and then this is
Who?
where
No, there
you're.
wasn't.
Yes, there was. Yes, there was. This is how these things start, and then. But so I mean, if we want to
Who
go,
passed the law about pronouns?
if we want to go on,
Who passed the law about pronouns?
okay, let me go to. I have to because I didn't even mean to get on this topic here. But
I have another question for you as well, though, because you mentioned Mark Zuckerberg.
yes,
How do you feel about Mark Zuckerberg getting caught on the hot mic telling Donald Trump he didn't know what number he wanted him to lie about as far as the amount of money that Meta was going to invest in the United States?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of corruption up there, brother.
But you understand that one of the richest men on earth at the White House literally got caught on a hot mic telling Donald Trump, I didn't know what you wanted me to lie about.
Yeah, I mean, if you can share that,
You don't think that's a problem?
if you can share that with me and in context, then I would look at it.
Donald Trump asked Mark Zuckerberg how much was Meta going to be investing in the United States, and Mark Zuckerberg said 600 billion up until 2028. And then later, Mark Zuckerberg didn't realize that his mic was still on. He leaned over to Donald Trump and said, I didn't know the number that you wanted me to say. I hope the answer was okay. And Donald Trump was like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, so what are you saying? There's like corruption in politics? Is this something new?
What I'm saying is Mark Zuckerberg lied to everyone for Donald Trump and as far as making stuff up.
I don't know, because we saw a different.
For anyone that just said, because I just saw someone said I just made that up. Cool. I didn't. I was gonna make a video about this, but it's literally right here. 1 second.
Is it?
Would you say over the next few years?
Oh gosh. I think it's probably going to be something like, I don't know, at least $600 billion through 28 in the U.S. Yeah.
It's a lot.
No, it's significant.
That's a lot. Thank you, Mark. It's great to have you.
So,
Hold on. So at the end, he leans over, and you can hear it softly, but because he was still on the hot mic, and then you can also see him read his lips, and it says, "I hope that was okay. I didn't know what number you wanted me to say."
Yeah, I heard this too earlier. Yeah, that's literally him lying for Trump.
okay.
Yep.
And Trump like pushing him into saying certain things.
Yep.
Okay. So Oregon also pushing, and I didn't have all this, so I'm gonna have to cheat a little bit, okay? Because I didn't have all this prepped on here, because this wasn't even the
Parker,
conversation.
he's looking for a law that was being passed about pronouns.
No, so I'm looking for the start of it. I truly believe that transgender wave of media is outblown. How many?
What do you mean this transgender wave of media? What does that even mean?
Right. Yeah. Okay. So what is the percentage of people that are transgender?
Less than 1%.
Why is it such a huge topic in politics?
Tell us.
Because Donald Trump spent
Trump is the one
$215
bringing it
million
up.
on anti-trans acts.
No.
Literally, and the Democrats spent $0. They spent $0 at all.
It's a push. Number one, they push against children's.
Wait, no, hold on. The people that are talking about this are conservatives. They're the ones that want to make everything about this. No fucking teacher is pushing being gay or being trans on children. That's literally manufactured.
No, okay, so
what's actually being pressured onto children is being straight and being cis.
Wrong.
That's what's pushed onto children. That's what's forced onto children. And that's what children specifically are indoctrinated to, like, literally believe. Right?
No.
Secondly, we can also point to people, like, indoctrinated to be Christian. And I don't think that you would say that would meet your set of criteria.
Being indoctrinated to be Christian.
It was forced down the throats of like children. I mean, I grew up going to church.
Okay. Well, we're getting off on a
Bible study, Veggie Tales, all of it.
Oh, I kind of like VeggieTales.
I think we're in a little bit.
It was Christian though. You know,
I didn't even know. I didn't even know VeggieTales was Christian. I just remember it being
it was
vegetables.
subliminal.
I literally don't remember anything about VeggieTales other than they were like smiling vegetables. Like I actually don't remember anything from it,
telling you.
and they would play it at my church.
So as a conservative, I think the main points.
Think about what you just said, Parker. They
I
played it
know.
at
Well,
your
I mean,
church.
they played at the church, but I didn't even think it was Christian. Like, I didn't even like my brain
Now,
didn't even
now
go
we're
off of thinking
skewing
it was
off
Christian.
topic. I would say, as a conservative, the main points were children, minors, having surgeries or being pushed hormones in them that would have irreversible effects, looked as child abuse. That would be one of the main things the Republican Party was worried about.
Wait, what was child abuse?
To transition a child from one sex with hormone blockers to another, chemically castrating.
Wait, you don't wait. At the level in which you get puberty
What?
blockers, that's not chemical castration.
How?
You're actually that's completely wrong. You understand that different drugs have different effects based upon the dosages you use. So the dosage that you're saying is relevant for chemical castration isn't even fucking close to the dosage specifically that is applicable for puberty blockers. And by the way, cis children get puberty blockers. Right? That doesn't change your sex to get puberty
Also, those
blockers.
surgeries aren't happening with those kids.
Yeah, those aren't surgeries.
Like, that's
puberty
not an
blockers
actual thing.
are reversible, and puberty will undergo as soon as you stop the puberty blockers.
Yeah,
You're
no,
thinking about the transgender mice.
no, I think you should do more research on that. They won't stop. I mean, if you do it your whole entire childhood, it is not just completely irreversible. Now, number two, I mean, there's a reason why every
Would you at least concede under your view that it's mostly reversible?
there are some reverse effects to getting off of.
Is it mostly reversible?
hormonal. No, I wouldn't say
No?
mostly.
Okay, what source do you have that it's not mostly reversible?
I mean, I would have to pull up. Yeah, how much time do you have, or do you want to move on to the next
No,
subject?
we'll talk to someone else if you'd like to in the meantime. Like, I want you to go find that source. I would love for you to go find that. I'll give you as much time as you need. I'll stay on until you do. I'm serious.
Marcus said he
I'm
got
extending
time
the
today.
live. Yeah, I'm extending the live just because I want to see that source. So while you find that source, we'll talk to someone else in the meantime. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support Santana while he's here, everybody. Make sure to do that. Bianca, thank you for the $15 on PayPal. Thank you so much. Jamie, thank you for the $5. Thank you. And Love You with the $2. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And Dana, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $3. Thank you. Alrighty. Let's get the next person up here. Alrighty. Let's get this next person up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Nathan, how old are you? I love this, Parker. Well, don't worry. We're here. We're here to stay. You know what? I was rewatching some of the Charlie Kirk debate clips, and I was like, dude, why did I stop doing this?
Okay,
Yo,
you
what's up? How old are
good?
you?
Hello?
Yeah, do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay. Why is that?
I'm from Afghanistan, and I think that he will help Taliban to get out of Afghanistan. I think. I'm not sure.
Wait. So you're not a U.S. citizen, you said?
I am a U.S. citizen, but I'm originally from Afghanistan.
Oh, you're originally from Afghanistan. Okay. And you said you want what?
I think Trump will help Taliban get out of Afghanistan, but I'm not sure about that.
Trump.
So
put
how
the
is
Taliban
Trump going to
back
get the
in,
Taliban out?
Afghanistan.
He literally gave them more power by signing the agreement
Exactly.
with the Taliban to give them 5,000 members back, along with specifically him pulling out. So that actually gave the Taliban more power.
I think Biden did that.
No,
that was actually Trump.
And he invited them to Camp David on 9/11.
How you prove that?
Because Trump signed the agreement himself and then bragged about it. I can show you if you'd like.
Sure.
Deal with Taliban. I got you. This is from The Hill. The title is Trump's deal with the Taliban set the stage for the Afghan collapse.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Also, just to follow up, if you want to find the article about Donald Trump inviting the Taliban to Camp David, you can look up the New York Times, how Trump planned to secretly meet with the Taliban, came together and fell apart. So there's that. Sorry.
Okay, so some of the things that are reversible. If stopped early, breast growth and facial hair. Prevented well on blockers, menstrual and voice deepening. Usually depends on,
Wait, what
or
was your
usually
source? What was your source?
rebounds. I'll get to the source. Usually
Well,
rebounds.
But
start with
before
the
you read it
source.
off, I'd love to hear the source first.
Okay, because I have to fucking ask this bitch for a source.
You mean ChatGPT?
What?
Are you using ChatGPT?
I told you I was going to cheat on this. If you want to put on a subject I'm not talking about.
Ask this bitch for a source.
I'm like, what?
Like, what did ChatGTP do to you? Like, what are we even doing? Matt Scrabble, thank you for the 5. My back to school friends would frequently get me to watch VeggieTales in an effort to. Look, guys,
I don't even remember any of the contents.
Bro,
I don't even
I'm
remember
telling
any of the
you, it was
contents.
like, yes, they were in a young Parker's brain trying to get you to worship Jeebus.
Yeah, I was like low key not even sentient when it was happening. I was like 8 years old. I had no clue. I'm just kidding. I mean, obviously I was sentient. I just don't remember any of the context of VeggieTales other than like literally smiling veggies. Like that's all I remember. I didn't even remember that it was religious. Like I didn't even think about that. Like not once did that cross my mind until it was said on the stream.
Yeah. Did it give you a source, Jess? Or Jesse?
Yeah, it's Columbia EDU.
When it gave you that source, can you click on the link? Because a lot of times the links don't even work.
Yeah, and then tell us the title of that page once you get to it. Because then I'll be able to look it up.
Yeah.
Ella, thank you for the 5.
The one I'm looking at is on, it's actually goaskAlicecolumbia.edu.
What?
Go ask Alice?
.columbia.edu/answers to questions puberty blockers reversed. Which reversed?
Libby, thank you for the 20. Yes, they always use GPT, always. Like, that's their go-to. I prefer DeepSeek, but, that's me.
Hey, if you got a better source when you're on the spot on the subject, you're not.
Oh my god, I cannot believe he cited this. You want to hear the first line? Dear reader,
Please,
puberty
Parker,
blockers
I'm
do
interested.
just that. They block puberty from happening. However, this block is more of a pause. Once treatment stops, puberty usually occurs within 6 months, which is why they are considered reversible.
Bone density. Bone density.
Yes.
What?
It says, however, more longitudinal research is needed to fully understand the impact that puberty blockers may have on the long-term bone health and fertility. All it's saying is that they need longitudinal studies in the long run specifically that go over that, but that's not to say. Wait, they said this specifically. I'll read the whole thing. They said, that said, just like any other drug, they may have some unintended side effects. However, more longitudinal research is needed to fully understand the impact that puberty blockers may have on long-term bone health and fertility. Saying there needs to be more studies in the very first place is not evidence that like the research that we have right now is not good enough to say that like we should be able to use it. Like there could be long-term research and that type of longitudinal research in the long run for every drug, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, you would essentially argue that no drugs would we be able to use. Essentially, no drugs would we be able to use if we use that standard.
So,
no.
What you're saying, Parker, is that his source sucks.
Yeah, his source actually proves our point.
No, not really, but
yeah, it does.
It needs more study, but the idea of there's also the mental part that's irreversible as well, right? So, psychology. That's an issue.
Repeat what you just said, sorry?
The psychology of it is an issue or no?
Like, it would have positive psychological impacts.
Negative, positive? I mean, mostly have been negative.
It does have positive.
No, it hasn't.
It has positive.
No.
Wait, within the article that you just cited, it said that it's positive towards the psychological and mental health. Like, psychological well-being. It says current research suggests that puberty blockers improve psychological well-being for transgender and gender-diverse youth compared to the cisgender peers.
Long term or short term?
Wait, this is in the long run and short term.
What does the study show on suicidal rates?
What
Wait,
about,
are
it
you?
says that they decline given the usage of puberty blockers.
Why are you having Parker teach you about your own source?
Yeah, it literally says lower lifetime rates of suicidality.
You asked me. You guys started on down this road. I
Wait,
mean,
I
I really came here to just that was
no,
one
you
issue.
started down this road. You said that a
I
majority.
wanted to talk about
You said a
genocide.
majority of the effects of puberty blockers are not reversible, which the very source that you cited indicated that they are reversible.
Depending on how long you take them.
What?
Depending.
Wait, it didn't say how depending on how long. It actually didn't say that.
Well, I mean, if you do more research, I can sit here and search on a computer all we want. I mean, I can.
You're not good at that.
For that argument next time and have the facts. I just want to talk about genocide now. Now, Israel performing genocide on
The fuck is this pivot?
Wait, what did you just say?
He wants to pivot. He wants to pivot.
You wanted to pivot.
Well, you're the one who just pivoted. I mean, actually, by the way, he's like, dude, I don't know why people on the left are the ones that bring this up all the time while he's the one bringing it up on the live stream. It's really ironic. That's like the most ironic thing ever is conservatives bringing up the point that they say that liberals are the ones only bringing up when the liberal didn't bring it up yet.
No, this is what it boils down to. Do you think a child's mind has developed enough to tell itself whether it needs to know if it needs puberty blockers or hormonal changes?
No, by themselves, they can't make that determination. They make that determination with their parents and medical professionals. They do not by themselves make those determinations. They make those determinations with medical professionals. And by the way, adults are not able to make that decision without medical professionals either. So, like,
correct.
What's your point?
So if an adult was going to decide that they wanted to, in a medical profession was deciding that they wanted to give a child liquor because they felt that that was okay, that's okay.
What?
What are you saying? No, what? No doctor would recommend liquor for children. What are you saying?
No, why? Okay, why do we have legal ages of consent for certain things?
It depends on what you're referencing.
Is your brain fully developed?
At
your
what point?
brain doesn't fully.
Your brain probably. I mean, how old are you?
Exactly.
I'm 32.
Okay, well, your brain is getting to the point where it's starting to be fully developed. Now, it's different dependent upon the individual. Wait, hold up, let me please speak. It's different depending on the individual. There is this common idea that it's around 25 years old, but that's actually, like, I've seen that's not necessarily true. It can be like a typical sort of a general thing. It is different based upon like gender too. Like it's different for men and women. Like women tend to have developed brains actually earlier than men do. Men tend to have their brains develop later on. But it is the case that for many individuals, it is the case that it can go well beyond the 20, right? 25. So it could be up to like 30 where it is the case that you have, brain development within that capacity. And then there's also like social and emotional development within the brain that also occurs well into your 30s and 40s.
Right. Which some of these hormonal, and some hormonal blockers have effect on those things as well. So
what? They
do. It's a fact. I mean, I don't know.
Wait,
I know. Cite your sources.
What puberty block? Wait, are you saying puberty blockers or hormone blockers?
Testosterone, whichever way you want to go. Man becoming woman, woman becoming man.
He's so confused right
That's
now.
not how it works.
I'm not confused at all.
Trans women were always women and trans men were always men.
No, it's not. So when they're dug up in 1,000 years, they're going to dig it up and say that's a trans man?
Wait, by the way, so I don't think that we can make a determination of gender because gender is sociological. Like, would you be able to determine their name? And because you can't determine their name based upon their biology, does that mean that their name is invalid?
So what you're saying is, so you've
gender and sex are different, and gender is sociological in nature. Same thing with your names.
Now we've created a new definition of gender.
What?
Wait, this is a common usage.
To push an ideology and force it on someone else's
I'm not forcing it on anyone's throat. Like I'm literally just saying my position on the live. If me forcing my position on others is just saying it on live, then you're forcing it on the live as well.
Let me ask you this. Hypothetical, right? If Harris came into office and said, you will or be punished by hate speech to call people by whatever gender pronouns they want.
Didn't happen.
I said this is a hypothetical. Would you vote for that?
What I
You
would
just
still
said
vote
they're
for over
already in
Trump. Yeah,
office.
like what?
No,
That's,
but
I mean, I would
that
heavily disagree
particular
with that
bill.
position, but like I would
Okay.
still vote for her over Donald Trump. Absolutely.
Okay, so that's
Wait. Would you vote for, let's say, hypothetically speaking, if Donald Trump said that the 2020 election was stolen and he wanted you to go to the Capitol and fight like hell, and then he sent fake slates of electors to overthrow the will of the people while inciting a riot where people tried to unalive the vice president of the United States, screaming "Hang Mike Pence," and they brought a gallows and they smeared shit on the Capitol walls. Hypothetically speaking, would you still support Donald Trump?
yeah.
Fucking suck. You
Because
suck.
I mean, I
You
still
suck.
look. I still support the black community, but I didn't support the riotings and raids that were
What?
manipulated by the left wing propaganda.
Sure, there's a huge difference between what happened in Minnesota. You want to talk about the property crimes. I'm rather talk about the fact that they literally tried to overthrow the government. Literally, they tried to overthrow the government. They tried to hang the president and senators, and they smeared shit on the Capitol walls while flying the Confederate flag inside of the Capitol. Those are not the same. Those aren't the same.
Confederate flag was part of mostly the Democratic Party.
Yeah, I hear you. They flew the Confederate flag
I don't know
inside
anything
of the
about
Capitol. This is the
Confederate
first
flag.
time that had ever been
Yeah.
done in U.S. history.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Confederates. Do you think they support Kamala Harris or Donald Trump? Like the people who are waving the Confederate flag today, are they more in support of Trump or Harris?
So there was a time where the North was mostly Republican and the South was more Democrat. And so I think the flag represents more than anything is the
That's not true.
southern states.
No,
is that
Southern
is that an
strategy is
answer
the
to my
thing,
question?
but that's not answering this question.
Yeah, what was my question?
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's some extreme
That's
far
not Parker's
right.
question.
That's extreme far right. You don't have to be extreme to support Donald Trump.
That's not. Yes, you do. But
Yeah, you do.
That was
Because I mean, inciting a violent insurrection at the Capitol, supporting him even with that is definitely extreme. And that's just one of the things out of like fucking 15 I
Just
could mention.
one.
It is so extreme to support Trump. Like it's so indefensible.
Hold on, Parker. How are you feeling right now on a scale from 1 to 10?
I'd probably say like a 7 or 8.
Okay, do the list. Go.
Okay, well, Donald Trump was held civilly liable of sexual abuse. He bragged about walking into the changing rooms of girls in Miss USA because he quote-unquote owns the place to inspect them without consent. Or there was an 18-year-old that came out, said there were 4 girls as young as 15 years old. He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. He said his daughter was voluptuous, which means curvy and sexually attractive. I could point to plenty of others, but we'll just start with those. He incited a violent insurrection at the Capitol.
Yeah, that's very good. You can talk facts. So he was convicted civilly.
He just told you all the horrible shit that Donald Trump did,
Are you
and
gonna
there's
listen?
more, bud. There's so much more.
I could keep
Yeah,
going,
listen.
by the way. I just stopped for
what
your
is
sake.
what is one of the most common things for a rich man, male, African or white, to be falsely convicted of, and then it ended up being civilly conviction of any crime?
Holy shit! Are you about to be a grape apologist?
Is it not sexual?
Are you about to be a grape?
And I also just want to ask him, does he think white Africans exist? Like, do you think white Africans exist?
Yeah.
Okay. So why would you say white or African?
African. You mean white or black? Is that what you're trying to say, bud?
No, I said white or African American. That's a white American or African American. You could have just came here from Europe 10 years ago. You could have just came here from Europe or from Nigeria 10 years ago.
Okay, technically there are white African Americans. Technically, people from South Africa, right, that are white, right, and they come to the United States. They're technically white African Americans. Technically, Elon is African American, right?
Right.
So, like,
exactly.
that's why there's a distinction.
Yeah,
that's why there's a distinction between the term Black American and African American.
Yes.
Yeah. So I put it on a whole broad spectrum where you can take away any of them: white, black, and American. Whether it's born and raised in America and white, born and raised in America and black. White came from Europe. Black came from Africa. White came from Africa. I mean, covering your face like that doesn't do anything.
Every single human comes from Africa. Okay? Regardless of your race, every single human comes from Africa.
And the ideology of evolution, yes.
Yes.
You're saying you believe in evolution.
What?
Yes, of course I believe in evolution.
So that we all.
Where are we going? What is happening?
That's just where he went.
Oh, wait, I'm
No,
sorry.
this is where you went.
Do you believe in evolution?
I believe it's all.
Are you ripping paper?
No. Ripping paper. I got a pen in my hand.
Okay.
I believe there's too much to speculate.
Okay,
You say that
Wait.
evolution
do you believe in aliens?
I would say there's a high probability.
Wait, hold up. Can you stop the noise that's in the background real quick? Like, what's that sound?
What this?
No, whatever.
No, it's like a
else it was,
ripping.
But yeah, stop.
There you go. You just did it again.
Oh, I'm going through my son's homework stuff and signing off.
Could you do that later?
Yeah.
Please. Also, real quick, hey Corey, this bitch don't know about Pangea. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead, Jesse.
Okay. I feel like we're just jumping off on tangents here.
You are like going 5 different directions
Let's
at
just
one
go.
time, but
I want to
I
ask
don't
you,
even
like,
remember where we were.
wait. So
Let's
do you
just go
believe
Roe-
Do you
Roe
believe in
versus
evolution?
Wade.
Hold up. Do you believe in evolution?
No.
No. Okay. So why? Wait. Do you believe in genetic change over time? Like there being any type of change in genetics
Adaptation?
over time? Yeah. Do you believe in adaptation?
Yes.
Okay. So do you believe in microevolution?
I don't know enough to have a belief on that. No, I couldn't give you a definitive answer.
Okay, so you believe in adaptation to the environment, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe in natural selection? Like it's a description of the reality?
Just give me a better idea.
Okay, he doesn't know what that is. So okay, how about this? There's a change in different traits based upon adaptations, based upon the different environments that they exist in. That change over time compounds through the different generations. That's evolution. Literally, that's evolution. But it's over a long period of time.
Okay. I understand. And then?
That's literally it.
And what is the point of it? I mean, what are you getting at?
What? I'm just demonstrating that evolution is true.
Okay. And I mean, I think there's just that's a speculation.
No, it's based on evidence. We have fossil records.
Fossil records.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, then I don't get into religious or evolution, atheist, because there's too many ways to speculate. You know how everything was created.
Wait, there are Christians that believe in evolution.
Yeah, and and you asked me, do you believe in the adaptation of microbiology? And I said, I'm not so sure.
I asked you if you believe in microevolution.
Yeah, right.
Because a lot of people will say they believe in microevolution but not macroevolution. But the only distinction between micro and macro is time. So it's like if you believe in time and micro, you believe in macro.
I didn't fall into that category, right?
Yeah, I know.
So here and then okay, let's move on because here's just one where we won't get off on a tangent. So I appreciate your timing. So Roe versus Wade. I am one who is against abortion. I don't think that it is, as a father, I don't think it's her body, her choice. I think they're two separate beings. I believe that life starts at conception, and I believe that it is a genocide.
I have a question. I have a question.
Yep.
What's worse, right? Abortion in the past 40 years or the Holocaust?
Abortion in the past 40, well, that would be very, I don't know how many aborted babies have been in the past 40 years.
A lot more than 12 million.
And then how many of the 12 million was propagated or not propagated? Like how factual is the 12 million?
What? Wait, are you talking about abortions or the Holocaust?
He's denying the
Be
numbers in
very
the
clear right
Holocaust.
now.
No, I'm definitely not denying the Holocaust. Fuck Hitler. Don't put me in that category.
Well, I'm sorry, the
So
12
are you
million
talking about
number.
abortion?
So, okay, if we're going to 12 million, then you would, and 12 million people.
12 million what, bud? Are you talking about the abortions or the Holocaust? Which one?
He's talking about 12 million people died in the Holocaust. I was questioning that accuracy and the source of that.
Holy fuck.
As time goes on, and right now, it would seem like, what would be your argument of when abortion is wrong? And I'll give you my answer.
When is the argument of when abortion is wrong? I think it's wrong after the point of sentience, right? In elective circumstances. But if you want to reference like abortion, I would just ask you. We would give you an argument based upon your position in terms of why you believe it's conception. Because the distinction between the position that Harris holds, right, is codification of Roe versus Wade, which means that it's federally protected prior to viability, and after viability, it's left up to the states. Whereas Trump's position, it's left with the states through the entirety of the administration.
Okay.
Or not administration, through the entirety of pregnancy.
So what was the viability when Roe versus Wade happened for a 50% chance?
What is the
what at what amount of weeks was the viability when Roe versus Wade happened in 1970? 28 to 30.
How many abortions have happened since
30
then?
weeks. 28 to 30 weeks was.
Wait, repeat your question. I'm so sorry.
When Roe versus Wade was in 1970s, right? The age of viability was what?
Age of viability is like around 22 to 26 weeks right now.
No,
in 1973,
no.
I don't know. I don't know what the age of viability is.
I'm talking about 1970s. It was 28 to 30 weeks. Do you know what it was in 1980? 26 weeks.
Okay.
Do you know what it was in 1990? 24 weeks.
Okay.
Do you know 2010? 24 to 22 weeks. In 2020, there was a baby at 21 weeks that had first survived. So basically, that argument of it being at viability is based on how advanced we are in human technology determines how valuable your baby's rights are as a human. And
yeah,
to be, and
but
to,
I mean, I'm not saying I hold to that position, but that's the comparison.
If we fast forward 200 years from now and look at this, where they can take the baby 8 weeks out the womb, 6 weeks out the womb.
Can I actually give you the view? It's not necessarily that there's a greater level of value established for it. It's that there
you're going to talk about when they have their consciousness and when they can feel pain.
No. Listen. It would be a change in the gentlest means necessary, right, in order to be able to have an abortion, right, or to terminate the pregnancy. So, in the point that I was saying is that the termination of the pregnancy, right, would be able to happen without there being the death of the fetus, if it is the case that viability is earlier, meaning that the gentlest means necessary would change. It's not necessarily that there is a difference in the value established to a fetus. It's more or less a difference in the set of environmental conditions in terms of what would be the gentlest means to be able to terminate the pregnancy. That's typically what the position is.
And what's your source for that?
I'm saying that's what typically the people's position is when they hold to that position. Like when I've been debating people in the live who hold that position.
Right, but where's the source on that?
It's an anecdote based on my experiences with people
so
in terms
an
of what their views
just
are.
Like my anecdote when we were talking about the conversation of transgenders. I had a lot of
people. Wait, but it depends on what the anecdote is in relation to. Like anecdotes can be useful in some contexts, right, for demonstrating certain truths. But when it comes to like making like empirical claims, and anecdotes are not good at making empirical claims like that. I'm just saying, like, typically this is the position that people have held when they hold to that position, or this would be a reference of what I've heard from people when they hold that position.
No,
So
as-
that's good
no,
at
I-
representing specifically that some people do have that position, not the certain percentage of people. If I made a claim that 65% of people hold this position, that wouldn't be satisfactory in demonstrating that 65% of people hold that position. It would specifically, that's an empirical claim, right? I'm just making a claim of some people hold this position.
Okay.
So there being one circumstance of it occurring is enough of a basis for it occurring in some circumstances. Does that make sense?
So you're saying every 24-week abortion under that idea is in the gentlest means possible, which is surviving the baby but taking it out?
Sorry, repeat what you just said. I apologize.
You're saying under that reasoning, so say they wanted to go have a 24-week abortion, the gentlest means possible is taking the baby out and trying to make it live and viable.
Yeah, if it's viable, the gentlest means necessary is to induce labor.
And then what? Leave it up to the state? That's the laws under Roe versus Wade?
Under Roe versus Wade, up to viability, it's federally protected, and then it's left up to the states after viability. For no Roe versus Wade, for Donald Trump overturning Roe versus Wade, it's just left up to the states at any point during the pregnancy.
So it's basically just technology based. As advanced as we are as humans, becomes when it's okay to abort a baby and when it's not okay.
So viability, yes, because it's a distinction based upon, well, technically it depends on how you define abortion, but it would be a difference based upon the environmental conditions of what is the gentlest means necessary in that circumstance to be able to terminate a pregnancy. It's not a change in the value of the fetus, it's a change in the environmental conditions of like the obligation.
Well, I mean, they take stuff that will cut the bodies into parts and then they sell the parts of the babies and the abortions. I mean, this is all very easy to find.
Well, I'm sorry. Why are you randomly saying this?
Oof.
And
because
where are
there's
you getting
nothing
that?
gentle about it.
Hey,
There's been
wait. By the way, when I say gentlest means necessary, I just mean what is ever the most gentle means.
The body.
Where are
There's
you getting
nothing
that?
gentle about it.
Hey,
There's been
wait. By the way, when I say gentlest means necessary, I just mean what is ever the most gentle means necessary. The way I'm using it.
So that makes it right because it's quote unquote gentle to somebody's perspective.
Hey, how gentle
that's their position. Like that's a certain position in terms of like evictionism.
How gentle do you think childbirth is? Like, do you think that's a gentle process?
Having a baby?
Just the entire, from beginning to end, the entire process. How gentle do you think that is?
I would say probably a little bit more gentle than storming the Normandy.
It's not. It's not. Literally, giving birth is one of the most dangerous things that a woman can do. And hell, if you're a black woman, then the risk goes up even higher. We can talk about the actual physical aspect that childbirth has on women. We can talk about the mental aspect that childbirth has on women. We can talk about the impact that childbirth has to their career. We can talk about the actual impacts that childbirth has when it comes to like self-image and confidence. We can talk about all of these different things. But you know what's more important? Listening to women, understanding that women should have bodily autonomy, and whether you think women should have access to ABs or not, honestly, doesn't matter. Right? Because can you name one law, just one law that regulates the male body?
Yeah, you can't rape. What do you mean? That's
what the fuck?
You're regulated. You can't kill.
You are a fucking weirdo.
What else would there shouldn't?
You are a fucking weirdo.
Like what? Dude, what? How is that taking away your rights? To say that you can't take away someone else's.
It doesn't hurt me in any way, but you're trying to twist it and turn it, saying.
Wait. I'm sorry. We're saying like the right to bodily autonomy. Are you saying that's a right to bodily autonomy to grape someone?
No, hell no.
Okay, so then why did you bring that up?
No,
that's what you just said.
He asked me what is a right. No, you twist things. This is what you guys do because you don't have valid arguments. You twist things.
Well, clarify the question then. What is the right to bodily autonomy? Name.
Just stop. This was his question. Can men have babies? Why
That
didn't
was
you
not my
just ask
question.
that
It's not the
question?
question.
That was not my question. I didn't say that.
Okay,
I said name one name one law that restricts the male body.
How about the opposite
And you
of
said the
restricts?
right to
Okay,
you said the right to
let's
grape. That's
let's
what you said.
let's go to the opposite of that, right?
No, answer my question.
No, I will. You listen to my
No,
answer.
answer the question.
I'm going to tell you.
Name one law that restricts the male body.
Okay, it's freedom of choice of what it wants to do, and in the horrible circumstances that we go through a draft, the males will be drafted to fight. That is one law.
No, it's not, because there's multiple exceptions where you can just say, "Hey, I don't believe in this," and you don't have to be drafted.
Yeah, the draft's also
you can
not in
opt
effect.
out of it.
The draft's not
Exactly.
in effect at all.
The draft wasn't. The last one was 1967 or something.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
Donald
if they
Trump
put it
dodged
in the
that.
draft. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If they put a draft up,
But
male are the
literally,
ones
no, because
have-
again, all you have to do is say, "I don't agree with the draft," and you can't get drafted. If a woman says, "I don't agree with this birth," and she lives in fucking Florida or Texas or somewhere like that, she still has to have the child.
Okay, I want to see a man can deny a draft.
It's
Yeah,
look
the
it
draft
up, bud.
isn't a thing right now. There's no enforcement of the draft currently.
Right now, but if there was a World War III and there
That's
was
not going to
draft,
happen. And even if there was a World War III, it's not manpower that decides specifically like our fight. It would be drones and bombs and all these different things that are not related to how many people there are.
Because I caught you here. You're trying to
You
evade.
didn't catch shit.
No, I'm just
Yeah, I
I'm telling you how
did.
warfare operates in the 21st century.
So here's my whole point. And
No.
Years from now, when you can take an infant at 6 months and it can be fully, put into a fake womb and grow into a child, live a life, this will be looked at as one of the most grotesque genocides of man.
Sure, you don't have to worry about a fake womb, because they're already doing that with women in the United States of America. Literally, they use a woman as an incubator in the United States of America. Adriana Smith. She was literally brain dead, and they kept her body alive so she could continue to incubate a child, and her body started to rot and decay. Her body could no longer sustain life. It rotted and decayed, and they finally had to cut the baby out. They use her as an incubator. You don't have to talk about in the future when they have some type of wombs. They're doing this today.
Tell me the story of her.
She got into an accident. She was pregnant. She didn't know she was pregnant. She got into an accident. They come to find out after she got in an accident that she was pregnant. She became brain dead. But since she was in the state of Georgia, it was they have the heartbeat law, which was past 6 weeks, and so the family wanted to take her off life support, but the government would not allow it because they said that she had a quote unquote heartbeat, or the baby had a heartbeat because it had been more than 6 months. And so even though the Adriana Smith had no chance of living, they kept her body alive on life support so she could grow a baby that the whole family said they did not want, because the baby was going to come out with the deformities and other medical and health issues that they were going to deal with for the rest of the life. And guess who wasn't going to take care of it? The government wasn't. It was literally going to have to be the actual family. They made this family have that baby while the mother was literally brain dead. And as soon as her body could no longer hold up, they cut the baby out and let her die, and then put the baby in an incubator after viability. After viability.
And her name was again?
Adriana Smith.
Adriana Smith.
In Georgia.
Now, can you give me 5 other people that have had similar?
For fucking what?
Well,
Why do I have to give you? Wait, so I have to give you 5 other people.
This is a.
Wait, hold on. Just an FYI. Just an FYI. I can give you more than 5 more instances of women losing their lives due to a lack of health care, which abortion is health care. But you, for some reason, Jesse, this weird ass man on Parker's Live tonight, you need 5 more examples of women being used as incubators for you to feel like I have a valid point.
I'm interested if this is something that's going on because maybe this is.
Well, how about you actually go do the groundwork because you didn't even know about the one?
I've heard the name, but I don't know that it's a thing going on as like multiple occasions. Now there's corrupt people out there. There's evil in the world.
And I apologize to correct it, Athena. Thank you for that. I apologize. It wasn't an accident. She had a headache, and the doctor refused to diagnose her. It was a medical issue. I'm sorry. I thought it was an accident that caused the actual issue, but you're right.
Someone said it's eugenics, which is also kind of ironic to bring up when you talk about abortion.
I don't get why any of this, like none of this, first and foremost, like you lack the actual empathy for it to even matter. But like even more than that,
I'm a father.
You don't care about the actual real world implications. And then even more than that,
even when it's in the womb,
you don't. But even more than that, hey, do you think
you even do you have a kid? Do you have a child?
Yes, I have 2 boys. Yes, I have 2 boys. Next question.
They meant nothing
2 boys.
in the womb to you?
My boys mean everything in the world to me. But with that being said, I would never force my partner to have a child, because even if I want the child, I believe that women have the rights to actually choose. I don't think that men should be making the decision for the women. But you know what we can make a decision about? Hey, Jesse, do you advocate for mandatory vasectomies?
I mean, after a certain point, I mean, maybe.
Yes or no? Should we all be advocating for mandatory vasectomies?
All men, all across the world.
Every single man, once they hit puberty, they get a vasectomy.
How are we going to make babies?
But vasectomies are reversible. They're reversible. They're safe. It's an outpatient surgery. It's a quick snip. It's more safe than women going on birth control.
I mean, we have condoms, we have birth control.
But if you want to get to the root of making sure that you don't have to worry about abortions, then why not address the issue with the men? Why won't you regulate men's body?
I don't force any woman to take a birth control pill.
You're gonna force a woman to have a kid.
If she made the decision.
Okay, then let's take the decision out of the woman. Since you don't trust women to make decisions about their bodies, let's take the decision away from them and take the actual decision away from the men and advocate for mandatory vasectomies.
The dude could lie about his vasectomy. That's
whatever. Parker, I apologize for taking over. You got it.
No, you're good. Don't worry. No, Carol, thank you for the $50 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Carol, for Trump is a joke. Tweet some W's for Carol in the comment section right now. Thank you so much, Carol. Really appreciate W's for Carol in the comment section. Is there anything else to talk about? I might be maxed out here.
On that subject there, I mean, you're talking about what about the men's rights after the child is born? Do you still believe that, the discrimination of a men's rights and the more likeliness
what rights, man,
to their child?
What rights? I'm confused.
Okay, so if a woman wants to put a man on child support, she is ultimately a lot more likely in the civil courts to be able to put a man on child support, keep his child from him. And if the man wants the baby, he has to pay child support. But if the woman doesn't want the baby, the man has no say, and he just gets the child aborted.
Men have a higher success rate as far as being able to actually have claim to their children if they actually go to court and fight for it. But the thing is, men don't actually do that. Literally, men that show up to court and actually advocate and protest for access to their children get that access at a higher clip than women being able to deny it. But men don't do that. So you're lying. You're wrong and you're lying.
No, you're conflating stuff here now. Men that show up at court get a higher than men that don't show up at court. But the real equation is men that show up at court versus women that show up at court. You're talking about men that show up at court get higher.
Why wouldn't the men show up at court?
Yeah, I was just gonna kick him. I'm brain is out of it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. It's okay. Don't worry. Are you gonna go live right now?
Yeah. Can I say a couple of quick thank yous?
Absolutely.
Maga cries. Thank you for the 5. You're absolutely freaking right. Like brain rot. Bread Knight. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, I didn't see it, but send me another message. I'll get back to you. Caleb, thank you for the 5. I really appreciate you. And for all the people on YouTube, just hold tight. I'll give you guys a thank you when I go live. I'm gonna hop off and go live right now.
All right. Have a good live. Have a good live. All right,
Thank you.
everyone. I'm gonna get off for tonight, everyone. I appreciate everyone coming through. I am sick. I probably will be tomorrow as well. Hopefully, I do feel a bit better tomorrow. I mean, I'm surprised I even got to 5 hours today. To be honest with you, I appreciate everyone coming on tonight. Have a fantastic night. Everyone, go over to Santana's stream. If any mods can put Santana's in the comment section, I'd really appreciate it. I love y'all so much, everyone. Have a good night. I love y'all. Go to Santana's stream. Santana 24 Jones. Spam Parker Raid. Spam Love Parker, everyone. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.